Welcome to part 3 of what's in my makeup collection, and thankfully this is the last part. Today we're going to do all my lip products, all my single shadows, lashes, gems, glitter liner, and more. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather Eaglin. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you like those things too, don't forget to subscribe. Click the little bell for notifications of all my future uploads. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with my single shadows, which happen to be a whole bunch of ColourPop single shadows, and I have some stuff from a few other brands as well. First, let's start with these because there's only 3 of them. I don't use these a lot. These are from ColourPop. This is the NBA Navs Nation Glitterly Obsessed. These are all Glitterly Obsessed. These are fun, and I don't use them a lot because they're kind of like wet glitters. They do dry down, but the glitters in these are really chunky. So they're not really eyeshadows, they're face glitters technically. And I don't know. I'm not big on pressed glitters, or if I'm gonna use a glitter, it's probably gonna be one like this. They're very, very pretty, but I don't really reach for these a lot. To be honest, I don't really reach for any of these a lot. I like them, and I think they're fun to have and pretty, and sometimes I think a look calls for them, but I love my palettes, and I tend to gravitate towards them more. Here we have it in the You're a Firework. I'm not gonna swatch any more of these because they are messy. Here's this one, and it's so pretty. I've had all of these for a little while now, well over a year, and they are still like in perfect condition. This is my favorite. This is the New York Knicks, and if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that orange is one of my favorite colors. Okay, these, let me scooch this over. These are my Unearthly Cosmetics. I don't remember what they were called, and they don't have these on the site anymore. I don't know if she's like trying to reformulate them or what, but these are pretty. These are really pretty. The only thing I don't like about them is when you use them, if you're not careful, you can take away what's underneath. Here is this one. This one's kind of chunky. It's a little different than the other ones, but I think this is MC11. And then we have Nova. The rest of these are multi-chromes. Can't really see, and I'll have to get something to show you. There you go. You could see now. Very pretty. This is Cosmos 626. This one's kind of like there's a bunch of different colors in there actually. It's like a blue, purple, gold, green. It's more than 3, and this is one of my favorites. This one is Martian. I believe I had these in my multi-chrome swatch video. I'll pop that up in the cards here. You'll see it pop up on the right-hand side of the screen. And then I have this little single eyeshadow by The Balm. I don't know. It's in the shade What's the Tea. I like keeping this because this is really cool for like one shadow looks. I've had this one in my collection for a very long time, but I really enjoy it. Same with this. I don't even know what this is. Mark Twins, and it's just a black and white single. This is good to take with, like, I like to take it with me when I'm going somewhere and I don't have my full collection with me, to add a little contrast to an eye look. These two are my Odin's Eye. This is the shade Olivia. Very pretty. I also have a look using these, but it's one of my first videos. If you want to dig for it, you can, but I don't really want to, you know, bring attention to it. But it's so pretty. And this one is in the shade Luke. And it's such a pretty, like, pewter shade. So pretty. Like brown, but kind of mauve-y at the same time. It's very pretty. These are 3 Jelly Mutt shadows, and they belong in the Hocus Pocus collection, which is why I still have them, because I do not use them. But as I was saying, who am I to break up collection? It's got really like chunky glitters in it. I think they're starting to dry out a little bit. I mean, they're beautiful. Honestly, I need to use them. I don't know anything about this formula, to be fair, because I've never used them. But these ones aren't even a year old. I don't know what the shelf life on these are. That one's really pretty. It's like a white to gold to a green. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to get rid of these soon. And if I do, I won't like repurchase them. I don't know if you even can still, because this was last year's Halloween collection. But yeah, they're really pretty though. Everything's on the lid. The jar is empty. These are both L'Oreal. Yes. This is the L'Oreal Chromatic Bronze. I've had these for like 8 years, and these are freaking gorgeous. They're kind of messy, but the pink one is freaking worth it. It literally is so beautiful, so glittery. I got this at Ulta on sale for like 88 cents, and it's so beautiful. So shiny. I'm covered. And then we have L'Oreal Infallible's Magic Pigments. This is in the shade 454, and this one is in 01 As If. Now, this one has the stopper on the top, which does make it a lot better. This one is okay. Like, it's really nothing special. The Super Shocks. I really love these formulas. These are so fun. And they're some of my favorite singles. This is from, these 3 are from the Tinkerbell collection. This is in the shade Fly to Your Heart. If you don't know anything about these are so cool. They're kind of like a cream to powder, but they're so squishy. You could see it. My finger indented in there. But these are so fun. And that's a very pretty, like, nude. It just has a perfect amount of shine to them. I think they do have matte versions of Super Shocks as well, but most of the ones I have are the shimmers. That one's pretty, and that is in Never Grow Up. Next we have Straight On Till Morning in the green. I've used this one, and it's really pretty. So beautiful. Next, we can do the Hocus Pocus collection. Why not? There's 3 in this one as well. First, we have Forever Bewitching. And these are the same as those in the way that you really have to make sure the lids stay tight on these. If you do, they seem to hold up for years. But if not, they will dry out really quick. This is in the shade To Be Young Again. There we go. So pretty. It's very light. That's a pretty inner corner shade. And then Dost Thou Comprehend? That's a very pretty, like, fiery orange shade. Love it. Yeah, that's my favorite out of the 3. The peeps were fun. I had to get them as soon as I seen them. They are so cute. think, no, there's a white one. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little rabbit etched on the lid. You can kind of see it there. This one is my favorite out of these. I know you were probably expecting the orange, but I also love a yellow. I've already hit pan in this one. Not already, I've had these for, I think a year. I got them when they first came out. And just look how pretty that is. These are like some really pretty shades, almost pastel-like, but not quite. And here's the white. I hit pan in this one too. And their names are the colors that they are. There you go. If they break or anything like that, all you have to do is just press it and it goes right back in the way that they came. And then the orange. This one's so pretty. This is similar to that Hocus Pocus shade. So pretty. I got makeup under my fingernails already. Overlook that. This isn't my first video I filmed today. And as I mentioned in my last video, my nails are grown out. I've been very busy and I'm getting ready to go out of town, so I still won't be able to get them filled in yet, which sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. That's a very pretty lilac shade. And here's the blue. This is very, very, very bright and pretty and fun. So beautiful. The green one is really cool too. Do that next. I think these came out in Easter of 2022. So these are a little over a year old and they're still in perfect condition. That one's got a little pan in it too. And lastly, the pink one. Very pretty. They also have the Super Shock blushes and highlighters. I own some of both and I really enjoy those as well. So pretty. Okay, next we'll do these ones. This is in the shade So Quiche. This is very pretty. They're so shiny. I love that about these. And then we have a white one. I don't know the shade of this one because it's gone off of the back of it, but it is a very pretty shade. It's one of my most used ones. I think I've had this one the longest. It's very like light, but so pretty. It's kind of got like a clear base to it. And this yellow one, this was my first yellow one and I loved it. I recently uploaded a video, if I can remember, I'll put it in here. And it was like the 21 questions makeup tag. And in that, I talked about how Sweet Talk and the Wet Palette were two of my first palettes I bought outside of the drugstore. And when I bought those palettes, I actually bought a really pretty green Super Shock and I loved it. I had it for years before it dried out. I don't know if I told you, but the yellow is Tankini. This one is Bumblebee. And that's so pretty. That's such a beautiful, like orangey yellow. I should use that. Those two would be really pretty together. Obvious, yes, but it's pretty. They're covered. This is La Mesa, I think. If I said that incorrectly, I'm sorry. And that's such a pretty, like, neutral shade. That would be really pretty with a shade like this in the crease. the one I was talking about, that brown shade. So for a simple, like, quick look, or just use your bronzer, that would work too. The same effect. I think this, no, this is a shimmer. This is Hot Toddy. This is such a vibrant, pretty shade. It's almost matte though. You could probably use this as a matte. It's like a fuchsia, very pretty. Next, let's do the shade Onset. This is very pretty too. Oh, that is so pretty. That's like an aqua blue. Gorgeous. These are misty though when you swatch 100 of them at once. This is the shade Roy G. Biv. Oh man, see? I swatched like crazy there, but as you can see, it stays. This is a gorgeous shade. Wow. It's like pink with a little gold reflect. Stunning. I need to get more use out of these. These are awesome. Okay, now we have shade Ripple. Try to get through these real quick. These are this one's so pretty. It's purple, but it has like a bright like cobalt blue flip to it in the glitter part, meaning they're not duochromes, but the glitter kind of gives it a duochrome effect. There you go. So pretty. Next we have Pressed Juice. This is another one I've used a lot. That one's really pretty. If you don't mind like glitter, a little bit of glitter in your highlighter, that would be a pretty highlight shade because it kind of has a clear base. Then we have Rooftop Cocktails. I don't know why that would make anyone think of Rooftop Cocktails unless they were running out of names. It's similar to that Odin's Eye pewter shade, but it's just a little bit lighter. And the glitter flip in that is really pretty too. It's like a green, but purple, but nude. Okay, how you gonna name a purple shade Silver Lake? Shouldn't it be silver? Or maybe even blue because of lake, but why purple? It should have been like a blue with silver glitter particles in it. That would have been pretty, but still pretty shade. Just, I think the name is kind of off. Then we have this one in Bay. It's a really pretty color. Ooh, yes, I was not expecting that actually. I thought it was gonna be darker, but that's like a dark purple. It's like that shade, but dark. Like they turned down the saturation on this to make that. Next we have Pug Life. Did I say what that shade? Yeah, okay. This is Pug Life. Which is pretty too. Nothing special, but it's pretty. I could see maybe if you love shades like that, it being special to you, but for me, it's nothing to write home about. And then we have For Real. This one's kind of pretty. It's really sparkly. It's more like a neutral once you swatch it out. It's very pretty. Two more left. First, we're gonna do Rose Garden. which is purple. It's very pretty. It's exactly what you would expect it to look like. And then, what was the last one? Yeah, Moonwalk. This is like a dirty martini green. So pretty. I don't think I've actually used this one yet. It looks green in the pan, but it doesn't on the arm. Very pretty. Next, let's move on to the gems and glitter liners. I have this LA Colors glitter palette. This was bought for a Halloween costume, and I don't intend on using it. I mean, it works, but you know, it's not one of those things that I really gravitate towards. Okay, these are my like nail gems. I buy these from Amazon. This one's like got little glitter flakes. These are the bigger ones. I don't really use those ones often. Same with these. They're like diamond shaped. These are my favorite. They're small, and I got them in rainbow colors. And then here are the actual diamond looking ones. These are so pretty, and they're so fun to use with eye looks, and they're so much cheaper than buying actual eye gems that they sell. Like, you get one little tiny sheet of for like 20 some dollars. I think I paid like $6 for all of these, which is insane. Next are these. They're a nightmare. Honestly, I've kept them for like craft purposes. I don't know if I can use them for that, but they're like watery glitters. They don't dry down. They are just terrible. They're totally not worth it. And if you guys have any affordable or more affordable options for glitter liners, would you please let me know, because I would love to find some and try them out. I really want to use them, but I don't want to pay like the Urban Decay prices for them. But I need something better than that. Like, that's terrible. I'll give it a second to dry, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Yeah. It'd be better off with glitter you use to draw names on stockings than this. It's a joke. So I have these lip masks, and I have these two from Laneige. This is Apple Lime, and this is Sweet Candy. But I want to tell you, if you can still get this, I don't know if you can or not. Okay, yeah, it's this one. This Glamlite sleeping mask is better than these Laneige ones, and I think I got both of these for like $10. I could be off. I'll pop it up on the screen. These are like $30, and that's insane. These are good, but they don't like go into the skin of your lips well enough. They don't like stay long enough either. And this is a really thick, goopy formula. As you can see, I like them, but I like this one way better. As you can see, this is new, and I've put a huge dent in it. The way it looks on the lips is so pretty too, and I just love this one. I use it every single day and every single night. This is the Glamlite lip scrub. I don't know enough about lip scrubs to give you like to compare it. That's what I mean. To compare it to anything, it does work good. It smells good too. Kind of like, it says graham crackers, I believe, but it's similar to that. It's kind of fall smelling. It smells very good and tastes really good too. I know that's bad, but yeah. But I like it, but I don't know enough about scrubs to compare. This one smells really good too. And this is the Bath & Body Works Strawberry Pound Cake. This works well, but it's very glittery and it gets all over your face. For that reason, I don't recommend it. This is Kinder Beauty, and it's a lip mask, and this one works really well too. I got a lot of use out of it. This was my favorite one before I got the Glamlite one. All the next products that I'm getting ready to talk about are Glamlite, because I'm in the middle of editing a lip swatching video of all my Glamlite lip products, and I'm still working on it, so they're not put in their normal container. I'm just gonna pull them out at random. Okay, now we have the Glamlite Strawberry Shortcake Gloss, and this is really pretty. The only thing that would stay on from them freaking glitter liners is a few specks that I just can't get off. But this is a very pretty gloss. I'm just gonna swatch them all real quick. I have some favorites. This is one of my favorites from Glamlite. This is the Yellow Barbie Lip Kit. It's very pretty, very high shine. This one is from I cannot remember the name of that collection, but the one that the wine palette and all those palettes came in. But this is a gloss from that. It's very pretty. It pairs better with a dark liner. It's not a good shade for me on its own. And then here is what was the white gloss, but is now pink in my collection. Before, like when I first started getting into makeup, I honestly didn't think that it's smart to wipe off the doe foot before you stick it back in there, or it changes the color of the gloss. And now I try to always do that, but at that time I didn't know. I never thought of it, honestly. This is the gold gloss from Michaela's collection. I don't know, there you go, you can kind of see it. And here is the Daphne gloss. This one's really pretty. There you go. It kind of looks like one giant gloss swatch, but oh well. And here's the white from Michaela's. It kind of has like the green glitter reflex in it. It's pretty. And then we have the Velma. This is my favorite from Glamlite, I'm pretty sure. It's between this and that Barbie one. So pretty. I like their old doe foots they had on them better. Before they were kind of like a pat. These are kind of like a paddle, but the other ones were different. Here's the Frosted Flakes. Yeah, the other ones were like this. I like them because I feel like the center of these holds product better. And I like the shape for applying a lot better too. This one's really pretty too. One of these Michaela lipsticks, this one, it doesn't have a shade name on it. It's atrocious. I don't know who this will work for, but it gives me concealer lips, and I'm pale white, so I don't understand. But hey, this is the other one from that collection. That one's really pretty. I guess you could use it to kind of do an ombre lip, that first one, but it's still even too light for that for me. Now we have the Velma. I really like this shade, and I really enjoy their matte and velvet lip formulas. That one's really pretty. And then we have Daphne, which is a pink color. And that one's really pretty as well. Strawberry Shortcake. They don't do a lot of pinks in their collections actually, which I enjoy because I'm more of the brown or orange leaning warm tone colors. But it's nice to have that pink and thrown in there every once in a while. This is the Frosted Flakes. I love the component of this. This is very nice. It's one of my favorites. This one's a matte. And then we'll do the Barbie. This one's just beautiful as well. That one's more of a shine. Like a satin maybe. And this is the first Scooby-Doo collection. This is the orange one. It's very pretty. And then the green one. I really love the dark vampy colors. It's so pretty. I feel like that one would have been better as a matte though, personally, where it's so dark. And I love this one. It's a very pretty neutral. And then we have these three. I think all three of these are, no, this one's lip gloss. I didn't know that. I haven't used these in a while, so I couldn't remember. But this is a really pretty shade. It's very shiny. This is a liquid lipstick. These are starting, like the gloss in this, the white one I showed you earlier, is starting to smell a bit off, but I've had that collection since 2021, so I'm not surprised. I don't really wear these anymore. This one's dried out almost, but I kept it because they are a part of that collection, and it's kind of a nostalgia thing for me. Okay, we'll start with this one. There's empty spaces in some of these lipstick containers because my Glamlite products go in them too. This is Rare Beauty Creative. I like the component of these. I messed this lipstick up by putting the lid on when I didn't screw it down. I've done that so many times. But there's the shade. It's very pretty. And then the same thing happened to this one. As you can see, it's a mess, but this formula in this isn't stable. And that's what caused that to happen. The lipstick broke, it like melted, and I bought it in store. And it still did that. This is Huda Beauty in the shade Girl Strip. And that's one of my favorite shades in my collection. Totally repurchase it, but at the same time, I don't know if I should or not. If you guys have any of this formula, let me know what you think and if any of yours have done that. This is the REM Beauty in the shade Bubbly. I did the same thing. No, not this one. This one's really pretty. It's very similar to the Huda, so maybe I don't need to repurchase it, because this is a better component and the formula feels better. Some of these are dusty. These are my Lunar Beauty. I freaking love these components. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen them at this point, but it's so cool. You press the little button. This is my favorite shade. I freaking love this. This is in the shade TS, and I think that color is so freaking pretty. And the lipstick, the embossing on them are so pretty, so detailed. And this is in the shade Icon. This one's pretty too. Then we have the two from Manny and Laura's Full Coverage collection. This is Laura Lee Los Angeles collaboration with Manny, and this is in the shade Lanny. It's very light, but it still works on me, and I like using it with a different, like a darker lip color. This is in the shade Mora. This one's pretty too. It's very, very pretty. I actually already repurchased these because I did the same thing with both of these that I did with these three, and I completely ruined them and had to rebuy them. This one is so pretty. This is in Cabo. It's from Merit, and I love that. I love this color. It's a perfect fall shade. I can't wait to wear this again. It's like such a pretty orange. I like using this with my ABH Cool Brown liner, but I'm excited to use it with Unearthly's new liners, the one in Fiery in particular. This is Odin's Eye and Love Jasmine. This is a really good lipstick formula too. It's very, very shiny and pigmented. They're hydrating. And this is the matte, the velvet lipstick in Red Cherry. It's a very pretty color. Very bright. But if I'm gonna choose, I like the orange leaning reds a lot better than I do like the blue reds. These are my ABH lipsticks. I have it in the shade Praline. Very pretty. I really love their lipstick formula too. And Peach Bud. Very pretty. And that's kind of cute because this is very similar to the one from Laura's and Manny's collection, but this one's a little more peach. It's a little lighter. And then I have my two MAC lipsticks, and I don't know the shade name of this. I'll have to pop it up on the screen. It's very pretty, like dark and vampy. And then the matte one in Sweet Sakura. And that one's really pretty. That's like a pinky red. I got this one in a BoxyCharm, and that's the only reason I have it. Here I have 3 ColourPop glosses. They're from the Hocus Pocus 2 collection. These glosses are goopy though. I'll wear them still, but they're not my favorite formula. This is Boys Will Love Me. Then Sisters Behold. I think they redid their gloss formula, if I'm correct. I really think they did. They redid a lot of their formulas this year. That one's pretty. They're just sticky to the point where I can feel that, like pulling the little baby hairs on my hand as I'm swatching it. And here we have We're Young. Yeah. Oh my God, it's like spreading honey. No joke. The longevity on them is probably good though. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've used them. And I have this by Mario in Apricot Glow. I haven't used this in a while, but I love this. I really love the formula of this. It's like very like line smoothing and makes your lips look really juicy and plump. And this is The Nightmare Before Christmas by ColourPop in Oogie Boogie, I think. I can't see it. It's a really pretty neutral shade. It's like a brown leaning. And here's another ColourPop. This is the Star Wars in the shade, in that shade. Hold on. There you go. I think it's the only gloss in that collection, like clear gloss anyway. And it's really pretty. This one isn't like the Hocus Pocus one at all. These formulas are a lot better. And then we have the other one from that collection. Really pretty, like neutral shade. These were some of my favorites for a long time, until my collection got a little bit bigger. A friend of mine bought me this. This is the Too Faced Sex on the Peach. It still smells like peaches. But she bought me this when she did a little order from Sephora and bought me the Naked Heat palette. And it's years old, so I don't use it, but it still smells good. But I keep it because I thought it was so sweet. Plus, this is the tiniest lipstick I've ever seen in my life. Okay, next we have this Baby Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. I got this with my Sephora. No, I got this in my birthday gift from Sephora. This is the only Charlotte Tilbury lip product I have because actually I don't have anything Charlotte Tilbury besides a mascara. I will really want to try a lot from their brand. They're a bit out of my price range, and when I like to shop for products, I hate buying anything outside of eyeshadow palettes because even though my budget is decent for buying makeup, it still isn't that big, and when I buy it, I love eyeshadow palettes. That's my favorite product, and that's usually what I'm going to gravitate towards. And you know, I still like trying other things, and I've been branching out a lot more than usual. So, I mean, we'll see. I still want to try a lot from her brand. I would love to be able to afford to get that big advent calendar. But this is the NARS Laguna Lip Balm. This is so pretty. It's so pretty by itself because it's kind of clear, but it's got a neutral, like, kind of tint to it. So pretty, and it looks really great over lip liner. Oh wait, this is Charlotte Tilbury too. This is the Pillow Talk Lip Balm, and this is such a pretty formula. It's kind of like, it plumps, like fills the lines in your lips. It's not actually plumping, but it's such a pretty color, and it's such a pretty formula. I really enjoy wearing this. It's been a while though, if I'm going to be honest. I just honestly have too many lip products, and this is in the Sigma Venom Liquid Lip. I love the Sigma formulas, all of the different ones, but this one is a beautiful, such a pretty red, but it's more of that blue red. And as I said earlier, I like the more orange reds, but I still think that one's pretty, and it's a really great formula. And Sigma's a really good website to buy from instead of buying it other places. I don't even know if they're sold other places, actually. I know they used to be, but when you buy from them, they almost always have a big sale going on, and they almost always give you free products. Like, they always have some type of deal, and that's how I got almost every one of my Sigma lip products. This is in the shade Fable. Look at that. It's such a pretty shade. It's such a good formula. It's one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. My favorite liquid lipstick is the ones from Unearthly. They're like a satin, so they don't dry completely down, but they dry down enough to where the longevity is really good on them. And I also really like the Give Beauty liquid lip formula. I just got one a few weeks ago, and I've been wearing it a lot, but I really love that one. I love the color I got it in shade Tomboy. I'll show you soon. And the scent on them is so incredible. But I will say, once they dry down a little bit and you've had them on for a few hours, you have to reapply or put a gloss over it, because they do tend to start looking a little dry. And the Sigma ones and the Unearthly ones, especially the Unearthly ones, they do not do that. And this is in the shade New Mod. I want the palette that was in this New Mod collection. If you haven't tried the Sigma eyeshadow formulas, you definitely should, because those are some of my favorite eyeshadow formulas in my collection. This is in the shade Awaken. I forgot about this one, actually. This is a really pretty shade. Their neutral shades are unmatched. They're so beautiful. Okay, this is the Milani in the shade Add Tease. Milani has a really good lip formula, and I really enjoy their matte formula, especially. This is a very pretty neutral shade. It's a warm tone too. This one's 410 My Pleasure. These are really great affordable lipsticks. I really recommend this formula. And then we have Dolce Carmelo, and this is a satin. Very beautiful. Oops. So pretty. And then we have Matte Beauty. This is like a deeper shade, but not that deep. It's hard for me to find a good nude because I'm very fair-skinned, and a lot of nudes look very mid-tone on me, and I have a lot easier time working with these Milani ones when I'm wanting like a straight-up nude on me. And this one is Uma Beauty. This is in Tracy. These are really pretty too. And it has like the embossing of their brand on here. It's really pretty. And I really like this chocolate brown shade. I really love brown tone lipsticks and the chocolates. This is Rimmel. And this was a really good one too. I haven't worn this in a long time. This is in the shade Trendsetter. Very pretty. As you can see, I have a theme here. And then this one in Rimmel. I don't wear this one anymore, but this is part of that Katy Perry launch they had a very long time ago. And I really love that one. It's kind of glossy. I got a lot of use out of it. I don't know if this is still sold. This is in the shade 46. And yeah, it's in 46. It doesn't have an actual name. And then we have this one by Rimmel. This is in the shade Airy Fairy. It's a very pretty neutral shade as well. Okay. Then this is an Estee Lauder. This was given to me by my ex's mom, and it's such a pretty shade, so glossy and shiny. I keep it because of her, but I haven't worn it in a very long time. She passed away, so I really don't want to get rid of it now. This is Reeler in the shade Never Give Up. This is another chocolate brown. This is a satin, more of a sheer satin though. This is Milani Strike a Rose. This is a very shiny one. This reminds me of my grandma. This is not my typical kind of shade, but I was trying to find, you know, what I liked, and I bought this one, and even though I don't like to wear it, it reminds me of my grandma, so I don't want to get rid of it. I think I'm really sentimental because I've lost everything I've owned in my life like 12 different times. And because of that, it really makes me hold on to stuff like way longer than I really ever should, but I can't help it, you know? It's something I gotta get over. Then we have the Milani 420. I think the shade is supposed to be a dupe of the Clinique. I don't remember the name of it. I have it. I think it's Black Honey or something. And there it is. It's so pretty. Actually, let me go get that and then we'll see. I almost forgot all of those lip products anyways, so I'm glad I actually thought of that. Okay, here is the Clinique one. I have the lip balm version of it, which, no, see, it's lighter, but I think the regular Black Honey does look like that. I really love this Clinique one though. Now we have CoverGirl's $2.45. That's a very pretty light pink. And then this is a newer one to my collection. I bought this on recommendation of Angelica Nikavist. The Orange AF CoverGirl Cream Lipstick. I really like the formula, but the color, it's like a yellow orange, and you really don't see a lot of oranges that lean this color in a lipstick, like towards the yellow. Usually they're like more towards the peach, so I really love that. And I'm kind of letting all my giveaway products build up right now, so I can make the next giveaway like decent size, but I do have that in my giveaway box for those who are interested. This is NARS Belle de Jour. I love this. This is such a pretty shade on me. And it's very light, but it's clear, so it's like light in the best way. Great formula too with these. And this is the NARS lipstick in matte. This one was sheer, the sheer formula. But this one is the Shanghai Express in matte. And it's not even in there. I've never even used this. I just got this in a BoxyCharm, I think. But here it is. It pressed right back down in there. It's a very deep red, very pretty. I can't wait to get some use out of this, actually. And then the Revlon. I love Revlon lipsticks as much as I do the Milani. I love lipsticks, and I didn't, for the longest time, I didn't wear lipsticks. A lot of the reason, though, was because I do have dental problems. So I always felt like it was going to draw attraction to it. So I just didn't wear lip products, which now that I'm like really into them, I can see, because I didn't wear blush, I didn't wear lip products, and I never did my hair. I'm 35, just turned 35 on the 12th. And up until the last 2 years, I've worn my hair up every single day of my life since I've been about 12 years old and was able to put it up on my own. So I don't know. I look so pale with my hair like all tight in a bun. I'm going to pop up a picture here if I remember. And it's just jacked up. So now I see that I was wrong. It doesn't actually bring any more attention to it, but you know, you live and you learn. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue very soon, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore. This is 003 and Pick Me Up. There we go. So pretty. And then I have 001. These are both matte. I thought I had more of these actually, but I guess not. It's a very pretty peachy shade. And then this is another one. This is in the Shine formula. It's in Lover's Coral. This is another one that my ex's mom gave to me before she passed away. And it's very pretty. I typically don't reach for shades like that, but where it's so thin, it goes good on top of a lot of liners and stuff. This is in the shade 417 Peach Fuzz, and this is L'Oreal. This is a very pretty shade. I just recently realized I had two of those, which is kind of funny since that's not a me shade either. And I really like this matte L'Oreal formula. This is in Cafe Matte 735. Such a pretty shade too. Such a creamy formula. And then, actually these should go like this. This is in shade 178. New Access, I think. And this is such a pretty shade. I love it. These are so smooth. Really great. This is one of my favorite L'Oreal formulas though. These are the Color Riche, yes, Color Riche Shine. I have it in 902 and it's almost, well, it's got a hole in it. It's almost out. And I love this, and I definitely want to get more shades of this formula because this is actually so similar to the NARS formula and this Pillow Talk, and very similar to the By Mario lip product I showed you earlier. The formulas are very similar, and they're a lot cheaper. Oh, and last, this is my only Sephora lipstick. This was also bought on recommendation by Angelica Nikovist, and this is the shade 63. It's got cute little drafts on it, but I really love this formula, and these go on sale all the time, and they're already very inexpensive, so I definitely want to get more of these. I really love the formula, and I absolutely love the shade. It's so pretty. I love that. This is a REM. I don't hear a lot of people talk about these. The REM Beauty, and this is in the shade Lingerie. This is a really good lipstick formula, and it's a great freaking component. It's so skinny that it's like so precise to put lip product on with this, and I really love this formula. And it's got a little shine to it. It's so pretty. I really love it. And there's the component. I'm not gonna lie though, that does look like a tampon applicator. Just noticed that. And then I have the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. I don't know what shade this is in, and it's not on here, but it's very pretty. It came with a sticker on it, but it must have came off. I think it did. But this is a really beautiful formula. I want to get more shades in these. It's also similar to the By Mario lip products. And then this is a Revlon. This is in the shade HD Sand. I can't see what formula this is, but I really love this too because it's precise also, but it's also like a very thin gloss shine. And it's a pretty good formula as well. These are the Maybelline Superstay ink crayons. These are freaking awesome. I have it in the shade 90 Keep It Fun, but these stain too. So these have a lasting power that's literally like all day. And once the shine leaves it, or the color, you could just throw some gloss on there, but you still have the color on your lips. And I definitely want to get more shades in this. And it also has the little sharpener, so you can get a more precise application. But yes, I love it. I hate this. I hate this so bad. It's Shine Loud and Born to Hustle. It's the NYX. It's supposed to be like a vinyl lip product, and then this is the gloss, but this dries down and makes your freaking lips shrivel up, and it cracks and flakes and peels. It's not, the color is beautiful, but the actual product is trash. And I looked at this for a while before I actually decided to purchase it. And I'm so glad that I didn't do what I almost did, which was buy more shades. I'm so glad I just bought the one. But the gloss is so pretty. Okay, now you can see when I like release my hand, you can kind of see like every skin cell on my hand. It's like shriveled up. But I think where it's like on your lips and you talk, the rubbing of your lips actually makes it worse because it's very sticky. It's dry and nothing's coming off, but it's so sticky. So that might have a lot more to do with it. Now let's start on these. This one, I feel the same way about as this one. It's so, they're not satin. Maybe they are. They dry down completely, but I don't like the formula of these. Such a pretty color. As far as I can remember, I didn't like the formula though. But I love the shade. it just dries down and then they like look all crumbly, and I hate that. Next, this is a LA Colors red. Oh no, it's City Colors red. And I kept this for a long time because it was the only red liquid lip that I had. But to be honest, I don't know why I still have it, and I'm going to declutter it actually. It's not a bad formula, but it's not my favorite. This is the Il Makiage. These components are so nice. They're glass in the shade Matte Dreamy. This is a liquid lipstick, but when you put it on, it's so thin, so it makes it very comfortable. It's a matte. I think I already said that though. And it dries down, and it's such a beautiful shade. This is the Odin's Eye liquid lip. This is the only one that I have. It's a matte lip stain, and it's in the shade Dry Dates, and I really enjoy this formula, and I'm excited to start getting use out of this deep shade. If you own any of these lip formulas, let me know what your favorite shades are. But this is a very pretty lip stain, and this is the ABH liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. This is really pretty. This is a very fall color. I can't wait to use these this year. Some of these I bought after fall last year, and I really love that shade. It is so pretty. That's a deep lipstick on my skin tone. And this is in the shade Bittersweet, same formula, same brand. And this one's really chocolatey. Such a beautiful shade. This is my Huda Beauty cream lipstick in the shade Feminist. I really love the applicator on this, but I also really enjoy the formula. It's so pretty. One of those mauve shades. And then we have my only Laura Lee Los Angeles, and I have it in the shade Topless. I really like this formula as well, and I'd like to get more. I love the doe foot. It's kind of got a curved lip on it, so it like hugs your lips. And her lip formula is so good. I'd love to get up several more shades in this, and I think her component is really pretty too. And there's the shade. This is my KVD Delilah. I think this is when it was Kat Von D. It's before she changed her liquid lipstick formula, or before they changed the liquid lipstick formula. And I like the old formula better, but I love this shade. It's like one of those deep wine shades. It's so freaking pretty. It's so deep it almost looks like blood. And then this is the newer formula. This is KVD, and it's in the shade Queen of Poisons. Or wait, I don't know if this is, I think this is the new formula. Yeah, and it's a little more dry, but I love the color. Unearthly has a shade like this, and I'd like to try theirs because I love their formula. Okay. Oh my God, I forgot 2 rows earlier. This is an Ofra, and what is shade? Don't have a clue what shade it is. It's not anywhere on here. But this is an Ofra liquid lipstick. Oh, I hate that I don't know what shade this is. It's so pretty. But the fact that I don't know what shade it is means I'm not going to be able to wear that in any videos. This is the Maybelline New York Superstay Matte Ink. I don't like this formula at all. I think it's very drying, but I keep this because sometimes I use it to do like the ombre lip. So I'll only use a very tiny amount on the center of my lip, so I don't have to really worry about it being drying. And it's one of the only shades I have that are that tone of a lighter shade. This is the brand Lawless in the shade Jake, which also happens to be my brother's name. It's a very pretty shade. It's very, I don't think a lot of people would find this wearable unless you have a very like fair skin tone. This one's new. I just got this in a BoxyCharm, which is kind of disappointing. This is the Beauty Crop. It looks very cheap. And as much as I paid for that box, I believe it was the Icon box, to get such a cheap product in it is like very disappointing. And it don't even have the shade name on it. That sucks. Like, come on. It's supposed to be a hydrating liquid lip, but I haven't tried it yet. The color is very pretty, but as I said, I don't know anything about the formula. And I just got this one as well, but I tried this on today, and I will say it doesn't dry down completely. It says it's matte, but it definitely doesn't dry down completely. But I do say it dries down enough to where it won't like bleed or run or anything like that. But I think when they make darker shades like this that don't dry down, it's hard for me to wear them because I like don't apply it as easily and without looking in a mirror or something. But this shade is really pretty. The formula is nice. These are called the Air Matte Lip Color, and I have it in the shade Dragon Girl, which I love the shade name. But the formula is nice. But if you're someone like me who needs to be able to reapply a lipstick without looking in the mirror, I wouldn't choose this exact shade. But it's a nice formula, as I said. This is the LA Colors Matte Liquid Lip Color. This is kind of old, I think. And I have it in the shade Sultry. It's a very, like, brown nude. Very nude. And then we have, this is Saint Tropez Liquid Lip Gloss. I thought this was a lipstick. It's in the wrong spot. It's a very pretty shade. And I don't know what shade it is, actually. It doesn't have the shade name on it. Okay, here is the Give Beauty that I was talking about. I have it in the shade Topless. The smell is incredible. It smells like the best smelling cake you've ever smelled in your freaking life. And the shade is gorgeous as well. And I actually got this at TJ Maxx. It's freaking awesome. Next we have my Unearthly Cosmetics glosses. I only have 2 liquid lipsticks from them, but I should be getting more soon because I did order the Halloween box and I'm so freaking excited about it. This is the gloss in the shade Omen. This is the one that Heather Austin made with Unearthly Cosmetics. The only way you can get this gloss is if you buy the PR bundle, which comes with the palette, the gloss, and the highlighting duo. Totally worth the money because the highlighter is freaking gorgeous too. The palette is one of my favorites from Unearthly that I've tried so far. So pretty. And this is the liquid lipstick in the shade Gianna. This just came out into the large summer mystery box, and I love how like murky this orange is. It's like a burnt pumpkin kind of. It's so freaking pretty. I love it. I love the grungy tones she comes out with in her lipsticks. I really want to buy one of the fall bundles. That was in the shade Gnarly, and this is Gianna. Such a pretty one too. I like using these two together, like doing an ombre lip with like a dark brown and then, you know, blending it out. And the component is freaking so cute. But I'm so excited about her lip oils and the lip products that are coming in that Halloween box because they're in like crystals, and oh my god, I lost my mind when I seen them. And this is in the shade Psych. This was also a part of the large summer mystery box. It's such a pretty orange gloss. It's my favorite orange gloss. It's so pretty. Look at the shine on them. They're stunning. And I really love the doe foots on these. I don't know if I already said that, but they like are perfect for the way they glide across your lips. I had this in another video I filmed today. I had this on. This is in the shade Spaz, and it's also a part of that same collection that I was just talking about. So freaking pretty. I never would have went for a purple gloss, but I'm so glad this was in there because I freaking love this. Such a pretty shade. And that purple shade goes so pretty with like a deep purple liner. And today I wore this one from ABH, and it's in the shade Blackberry. It's so pretty. This is the Patrick Ta She's Expensive lip gloss, and this is the perfect shade. It's so pretty. It has such a beautiful shine to it, but the way that it fills in the lines on my lips and everything, it's just freaking gorgeous, and I love it so much. This is the Juvia's Place The Coffee Shop lip gloss, and I have it in the shade Creme de something, but it's so freaking pretty. It's like the perfect nude lip for me. It's kind of peachy pink, like peachy pink. It's so freaking pretty, and the formula on these are awesome. Cab Cosmetics, this is a lip oil, and I have it in the shade Honeydew. I didn't buy this myself. Well, I guess I kind of did. It came in a BoxyCharm, and I really like this formula, actually. It's very good at filling in the lips, and it's got a very pretty shine to it, too. I don't really like plumping glosses and stuff, so when I can find a lip gloss that fills in the lines on my lips without burning or being too goopy, I get so excited. This is the Haus Labs Riot lip gloss. I didn't purchase this one myself either. This came in a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy, and this is like those one color pop ones. It feels like honey, like you're trying to drag honey across your skin. It's just too thick. The shade is beautiful. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oil. Is it an oil? Yes, this is the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oil. I have it in the shade 110. This isn't a lip oil. This is a lip gloss, and they just slapped the name oil on it to try to get it to sell, which I think is crappy. But it's a pretty gloss. It's nothing special though, and it's definitely not a lip oil. I do love the big fat doe foot on it though. It's got shine to it, but it's not special. It's not one of my favorites. It's better than the sticky ones because it's not sticky or goopy, but take that for what you will. This is the Milani Plumping Gloss in the shade 130. I bought this, and this is how I learned that I don't like plumping glosses. I love the shade, but it does burn, and I don't like that. It's got like that pepper burn to it. And the only other plumping gloss I own is this one from Buxom. I have it in the shade Sugar. Pretty shade, but it freaking burns. And maybe I'm a crybaby, but I don't like it. I don't mind the burn of a tattoo, but these glosses are too much. It's a very beautiful shade though. I don't know if Buxom has other lip formulas that aren't like burning or tingling, whatever they want to call it. But if they do, I'd like to try them. This is my Lunar Beauty lip oil in the shade Dare Me. This is my favorite lip oil, and it's so smooth, so pretty, and so like shiny, and the way it fills in your lips, it's just extraordinary. And as always, the component is so freaking beautiful. It looks like there's like a little diamond in there. And I'm almost out of this. And when I run out, I'm definitely going to repurchase it. This is the Tarte Man-Eater Gloss in the shade Buff. I don't remember much about this one. Oh, yeah, I do. Flypaper Trap. Look at it. It's so sticky. I'm just, oh, no. This is another BoxyCharm. This is the Kismet Baby. And if I'm being honest, I don't remember anything about this either. Sticky. I hate that. It feels like it's ripping all the hair off my arm. Oh, this is a good one. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler, and it's gonna have to be repurchased very soon. I love this formula. The doe foot, again, so freaking cute, and it's so smooth. This one's more stickier than my other favorites, but it's nowhere near as sticky as the other ones. And this looks so beautiful on the lips. Next, we have Sigma Beauty. These are both glosses, I'm pretty sure. This is a lip cream, and this one is a lip gloss. Both of these came from the Alice in Wonderland collection. I had so much fun with that collection. And the glosses, they're smooth. They're like so pretty, so shiny, but they're not sticky at all. It almost feels like a lip oil, like a real one. This is in the shade Singing Violets. These are still for sale too on the site. And it's so pretty. It's kind of similar actually to my Unearthly one, but it's more of a, what some people might call a wearable shade. I don't really like that term. And this is in the shade Kiss the Tulips. So freaking pretty. It's such a great formula. I would really love to try a lot more Sigma. Everything I've tried from their brand I love. I have the Sigma Switch for cleaning off your brushes, and I love that. I love their lip formulas, their eyeshadow palettes, and my Sigma brushes are my favorites, along with my Singe Beauty. Then I have two of the Maybelline Lifter Glosses. This is in the shade Reef 006. I love this formula. It's so smooth and not sticky. They're so pretty, and that's such a beautiful shade. So pretty, but this one is my favorite. I have it in the shade Stone 008. This one is a little more like brown. I love it. I love them so much. If you see these out, I definitely recommend picking them up. If you haven't heard of them yet, which I know most of them have, they've went viral more than once. And that's the end of my lip products. If you guys watched it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments, what are your favorite lip products? If you haven't done so yet, I do hope you will subscribe and click the little bell to turn on your notifications for all my future uploads. And until next time, bye.